deep into December, and the temperature inside Sheikh Jarrah was going up yet again. Jewish nationalists marching in after a Jewish woman was stabbed and injured earlier in the day. Police raided a school to arrest the suspect, the woman's neighbour, a 14-year-old Palestinian girl from one of the families threatened with forcible displacement. The latest incident in a tumultuous year when this tiny neighbourhood became an international focal point. Abdel Fattah Iskafi has been one of those thrust into the glare after years fighting to keep his home.
The last few months have been very difficult. We worked on our case and our case reached the international level, but we suffered a lot because there has been violence against us by the settlers and the police.
The pressing issue here is the fate of 4 extended families awaiting a Supreme Court verdict in their long-running battle against an Israeli settler corporation that claims ownership over their homes. But this is one of many cases across occupied East Jerusalem over many years. So why did this case take hold in such a way this year?
You are stealing my house.
One factor was a hugely effective social media campaign challenging Israel's argument that this was a private property dispute. Then in April came weeks of protest and confrontation, starting at Damascus Gate, encroaching into the courtyards of the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound or Temple Mount, and flaring repeatedly in Sheikh Jarrah.
You're engaged in an act of nuclear fusion, so it's not an accident that when you had a confluence of events surrounding the Temple Mount and Sheikh Jarrah in May, the tremors were felt in Gaza.
Hamas explicitly cited the events in Sheikh Jarrah and Al-Aqsa as justification for its launch of rockets towards Jerusalem in May. The first act of an 11-day war, which, according to a new report by the Air Wars Monitoring Group, killed more than 150 civilians in Gaza, as well as 12 in Israel. One leading Gaza analyst says Hamas was motivated by events in Jerusalem, but also by the Palestinian Authority's cancelling of planned elections.
To go into a new round of escalation with Israel, to basically claim that Hamas is a major Palestinian faction and a major determinant in Palestinian internal elections, and also to undermine the Palestinian Authority and the leadership of the Palestinian Authority.
In November, Sheikh Jarrah's Palestinian families and the settler corporation rejected a compromise deal from the Supreme Court. It's now down to the judges to deliver their ruling, one which could well raise the temperature again. Fawcett, Al Jazeera, occupied East Jerusalem.